Hey gorgeous, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to finally check out the Deluxe Carli Bybel palette. And just to show you, I do still have the original. The Deluxe is a little bit bigger than the original one. Let's crack her open so I can show you all this prettiness. Ooh, don't want to blind you. Here she is. Now let me just start off by saying that this is so much more my speed with all the added colors. We've got some new shimmers, I believe these three definitely, and then a couple more added mattes, some like warm transition colors, and these bad boys down here. Girl, these highlighters are on fleek. I am telling you, they are gorgeous. The ones from the first palette were really pretty too, but they've added this, they've added this blinding white one. Oh my god. And this right here, this lighter gold color. And I swatched them. You know I did. You know I swatched them for you. So I guess we'll start with the highlighters, come back to the eyeshadows, and here they are. I didn't have room for the bronze one, but the bronze color, it's really dark, and I would recommend it more for like a bronzer topper than as a highlighter. But look, that white one, I know it looks like it's flat white on the swatch, but it goes on so pretty. I was actually wearing it in my last video if you want to check that out. And this lighter gold one definitely will work better for lighter skin tones. But then we still got that pretty dark gold to go with darker skin tones and when you really want to just gold it out, you know? And then we've got those shimmers. I only swatched a couple. This one right here. Oh, come on, girl, focus. There we are. That top one, the pink, it reminds me of like strawberry ice cream, but it has like a golden bronze shine back to it. It's so gorgeous. This one right here is more of a, I don't know, it's more of like an orange bronze with like a gold shimmer. And then we've got like a lighter purple slash darker lilac color, I suppose you could call it. And kind of like a duochrome down here, almost like a skin tone, like a neutral, but it's got like a pearl thing going on. It's a little bit more pigmented than most pearl slash duochromes that I have seen, but I'm still a little meh. But it's really pretty though, you know? So I'm going to take out both of these palettes so that you can see them side by side, and hopefully I do not blind you with these mirrors. Let's see if I can do this. Are you ready? Alright, challenge of the day with my small hands. There we go. So that's the two palettes side by side. As you can see, there's definitely more colors going on in the new Deluxe palette. And this one, while it was very beautifully put together, it's way too neutral for my liking, to be honest. I mean, they go on nicely, the mattes are a little dry, but they do look beautiful in their own right. I'm just saying, I prefer me some colors. And I like the added highlighters to this palette. You know, just more choices. And I mean, the first palette, the highlighters were fantastic. In fact, I preferred that over a lot of my other highlighters. This medium little peachy color, it goes so well on all skin tones, but especially like a light medium to a tan olive. You know what I'm saying. Looks so gorgeous on all of us ladies. So I love the size. I feel it is, you know, it's a little bit too big to fit into my own makeup box. So that would be my only like complaint with the palette itself. It's still beautiful, and like the old one, it's not that old. The first one, I should say. Like the first one, it has that beautiful positivity going on right there, that aspire to inspire. Girl, I had to make sure I was reading that right. I want to do this Pretty Lady Justice, because I love Carli Bybel. She is, she's so inspiring in her own way, and she does so much good. So if you haven't seen her on YouTube or Instagram or any of that, go ahead and check her out. I don't think this is on pre-order anymore. Obviously, we're getting all of our palettes. I thought this was gone for good, but the original palette is still available at Ulta. But you will no longer find the smaller one on BH Cosmetics or anything like that. So I suppose we should move on to a tutorial. And as much as I want to try out that pink, I don't know, I told you guys I would stay away from pink and purple for a while, so I think we are going to use this on our lid and stick to some of the more neutral, warmer colors. Maybe we'll highlight with that pink. We'll see, girl, we'll see. So I'm going to start, obviously, with my angled eye brush from SL Miss Glam, and I think I'm gonna start closer to home. I'm gonna go with this color, and I'm gonna make that my base color for my eye. Just helps kind of settle the primer and keep the darker colors from patching up. And this might be too dark for a starter color for some of the lighter skin tones, but for us medium skin tone girls, this works perfectly and kind of blends in and just evens out your eye tone a bit already, I can tell. My base coat down, so we are just going to move on down the line to a darker color. I'm going to stick with the warm neutral tones, and I'm going to throw that up between my crease and my brow bone. I think I might try something that I don't usually do, and I'm going to stick closer to my crease and create more of a simple eye look. Usually I pull it like all the way up, but that darker color, I tried to build it up a little bit, but it turned out with the, the more skin tone color that I started off with for my base color. So I suppose if you want to use this more as a crease color, I would recommend starting off with this lighter color down here for your base coat of powder. So, with that in mind, I think I'm going to see how this one comes on. It's a little bit darker brown, but it's still a nice warm tone. If nothing else, we always got this to fall back on. So I'm just going to build that down by my crease and let's see how it does. It's already starting to come on a whole lot better than that other warm tone. Though, like I said, it could be just because I used like a darker base color. We'll have to test that out on its own sometime. And like I said before, I'm trying to stick to my crease and make more of a simple eye look today. But yeah, see, look, you can already see the difference. Woo! Got myself in the face! And just for good measure, I think I'm going to go into my outer corner and crease area just a little bit with this. Looks like this is the darkest color in the palette. It's a matte it's kind of like an olivey gray brown color-ish here. Let's swatch it, see how it comes on. So it goes on more like a dark brown. I like that. That should do really well for the crease. Like a very cool colored dark brown. Not as olivey as I thought, but this will do. And just to, I don't know, build her up a little bit, I'm going to take, what is this thing? I'm going to take my Royal & Langnickel Omnia BOM18, the detail brush, and just kind of throw a line in there. And that should shape my eye a little bit. And then we'll blend her out just a smidge, and it'll still keep that nice darkness in there, and I don't know, add just a little bit of a crease shape to it, if you will. I've been terrible at giving blending reminders for the last couple of videos, so girl, don't you dare forget to blend, especially them darker colors. And I'm actually going to buff this out just a little bit. I want to keep it close to the crease. I feel like, especially with my hooded eyelids, that having a darker color like right in the crease kind of shapes my almond eyes, and I really like that. Quick beauty hack. I feel like when I use this brush and I keep it kind of pointed downwards, you know what I mean? Like instead of instead of taking the brush right to the crease straight in, if you point it down and you go over the lid just a little bit, I think it shapes it a little bit better and tends to keep the product closer to the crease, especially since we're going in with a shimmer on our lids anyways. I just think it helps. I'm just saying, make a note of that if you'd like. We've defined our crease and blended it out just a bit. We are going to go in with that beautiful bronzy color. And you know, it comes on almost orange, and it reminds me of like, I don't know, a tropical sunrise of sorts, I guess, because it's got kind of like a reddish orange and then like that gold and just, woo. You know, it would be like a really pretty highlighter if we could do something. There was a company out there that made that as a highlighter, like not as pigmented, of course, but those colors, oh my god, I would be so down for that. Blended out the crease really well. I want to get just like a band shimmer color on my lid, so I'm going to take my little eyeshadow applicator and start packing it on. And I'm going to do the whole lid in this color. That orangey bronze, it's not nearly as bright as I expected it would be, you know, compared to the swatch. My camera never does this justice, but you can tell looking at it from the side, it looks like it's really bright and colorful, and it has that beautiful gold copper shine back to it, but it's not as like bright pretty orange as I was hoping it would be. We're going to move on, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner and brow bone with this color. That's that pearl color down here. I feel like the iridescent duochrome pearls that aren't like super, you know, bright and crazy, they do really well to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. And you never really want to put, you know, something super drastic on the brow bone anyways. Just a little bit to lift it. And look at that. It has like a nice kind of pinky iridescence to it. Next, we are going to do our line, and I think I'm going to start off with this warmer color, the second one that we went in with. This one didn't show up very well on the lid, but I'm curious without the like neutral skin tone base color. I wondered how it looks. And it is still a little bit lighter, but it is showing up better than it did on the lid, or on the crease, I should say, because that's where we put it. So it went on okay, but it still showed up kind of light, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to do the outer part of my waterline down there with this dark. This is the darkest color in the palette, and that is that cool tone brown that I use directly in my crease. And that's going on over that very nicely. I like it. Since I'm running a little short on time, I just went ahead and added some liner to my eyes and some mascara to my top lashes. And before I get going, of course, I want to check out these highlighters. I saved the best part for last. Alright, honey, so we are going to try out the new ones. We're going to check out this white, and I'm going to do gold on my other side. Let's just see. Now, I've been playing with the white a little bit, and it doesn't show up like stark white like it did on my hand. That was a heavy hand swatch. But look. little goes a long way, you know what I mean? And I don't know if the light in the camera is going to work with me so you can see, but it's not like a completely white powder, like you just threw some eyeshadow on you or something. And, you know, that's fantastic because I've tried a couple of white highlighters before, and I don't know if it's just because of my olive tan skin tone, it just looked like a streak of something on my face. So now we are going to test out that lighter gold color. And I'm just going to throw her on. Use the mirror on this side so you guys can see. Ooh. Yeah, girl. Baby, that's pretty. I love me some gold if you didn't already know. And I love me a good gold highlighter. This is really pretty, and it's light enough to where it can work with all skin tones. You know, because I've been interested in checking this out. I'm going to put that on my nose. Ooh, that came up really bright. So I'm just gonna pat her down a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. It's got kind of like a lilac-y, it's got like a pink lilac-y pearl shine back to it. I don't think, yeah, no, you ain't gonna see it. But it's got a pretty highlighter feel to it. Maybe we'll test that out on my cheeks next time. Just a little bit on top. Throw on some lip gloss and you're good to go. This was a fabulous little simple eye look. You know, I wish that orange was a little bit brighter, but it did come out okay, and I wish that this matte, this one, would have shown up a little bit darker than it did. But yeah, I ain't hating. I'm digging this palette. I'm loving it so much more than the original one. And just... Sorry, gorgeous, my audio went wonky. Not that you're missing anything. I'm just giving one last look at these two stunning palettes. So, in the meantime, of course, feel free to show me some love. Hit that like and subscribe buttons. Let me know how you feel, how you like this tutorial today, and if you'd like to see more from these palettes. But before I go, just really quick, something came in the mail for me just now, and of course that will be my next video. So for now, be good to each other, and I love you. Mwah. Bye. Woo. Don't want to be showing everybody the girls there. Jeez.